Hello and welcome to Ruckus UK. Get to finally say it. Proudly supported by the Ruck Shop and Stancy. I'll put a link in the descriptions below to the Ruck Shop and to Stancy's Instagram page. Please go over to them, give them some support, and let's tell you a bit about this video. Now, in this video, we're going to start the strip down of my Honda Ruckus, which I'm currently sat on. Now, I'm actually going to move the bike indoors, and the reason for doing that is I want to have some extra light. I'm going to be working on it in the evenings. At the moment in the UK it gets dark quite early, so it gives me more light, gives me a bit more room, it's warmer, safer, especially for me because it's Baltic out here. I wish I was back in Florida. So first of all, before I take it inside, I'm going to take the fuel tank off and any fuel related parts, so such like the carburetor and stuff off. I won't bother showing you those because they're really simple things to do anyway. Just a couple of Allen screws and a couple of little Jubilee clips, off it comes. Now, the reason I said supported by the Ruck Shop is the Ruck Shop and all the boys there have kindly given me a massive amount of parts to transform this bike. So I'm going to take you through everything that I'm going to do to this bike. So I'm going to strip it down, we're going to repaint some of the bits. I want to do like a gloss black all over and then incorporate some of the green from the Escort that you can see here into the bike. Not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet, but it'll either be by pinstriping or by painting some of the body panels that colour. If you've got any ideas, please list them down below because it will help me out. Let's crack on with it. Right, so because I had the rat code with cowling on, I had to take that off so that I can access the tank and move that around, because I need to get to one of the bolts here. So I can take the fuel filter off, take the carburetor off, the whole fuel system should come off in one go, I hope. Right, been a busy boy. So, as you can see, oh, no you can't. So as you can see there, the bike is in the house. So fuel tank out. I've just removed the rear wheel. I've taken the seat frame off. Put a rag in the inlet manifold. Back wheel is off. The seat frame is over there, it's off. And there's a back wheel. So fuel tank's out. I put a rag in the inlet manifold. That's coming off anyway, but I just stopped some debris getting in. The wiring here is terrible. I mean, whatever, I'm going to say, idiot wired it up in the first place is terrible. Anyway, these bolts were all freaking like heavily Loctited in. They were really hard to get out. I actually snapped. Where is it? Yeah, look. You see that? I actually snapped a heavy duty Allen key doing it. So next thing is this is coming off because it's a machines one and it's freaking, I can go in the bin. I've got, oh there it is right on the top. So I've got a new Ruck Shop one. So she's coming apart slowly. Basically I'll just continue and hopefully I can get the rear frame off tonight and I can get that into the painters, and then next it'll be the disassembling the front of the bike. See you in a bit. Right, so a couple of days have passed. I've got the rear frame off, I've got the engine off. I've actually had a problem with the suspension mount. The bolt that goes through that holds it all together completely snapped. Now that's potentially due to how much it flexes, and it snapped the bolt. Now I couldn't extract it. We tried an easy out, we tried various other ways, so in the end I actually had to sacrifice the captive nut on it and actually get a little Dremel tool and take it off. Now it's not too much of a problem because I'll just put a nylock on the other side. So whilst the frame is over there, actually the guys over there are just doing some work for me, and I'm going to have it stripped down and painted. Now everything at the moment is going gloss black. Once I've got the bike together, I'm then going to look at incorporating some colours from the Escort. Any ideas? Comment down below and leave them there. Now what I've got here is the Ruck Shop's dorf seat, and it comes in quite a simple kit. Get a load of instructions, but I'm going to give you a little video on how I do it. Right, so first of all you have these two supports on your seat, and you'll need this bar. Now you place that upon the seat and use these two holes as a guide to drill through into your support. Now on the instructions it says to go no bigger than a 1/4 inch drill bit. I'm English. 1/4 inch. So basically I'm going to start off with a 5mm first and see and make sure that the little like rivet pins that you get, make sure that those are snug in the holes. So start off with a 5, and then I'd say the maximum you want to go to is about 6mm, which is, I think a 1/4 is 6.35, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. So drill it out, place this bar on, see how it fits, and then you've got to drive the little rivets down into it with a hammer. Right, so don't know if you can see here and here. I drilled through 6mm, and then it was quite a snug fit, just like it says on the instructions. And then you see these, I don't know if it'll focus. Yeah, autofocus. Right, this little plunger has to be hammered down, which spreads out the bottom of the rivet. Okay, spreads it out. So you put them in there, And basically I got my daughter to push down on it whilst I hammered them in, and that's solid, ain't going nowhere. These are a flush. I used a little extension which places in there nicely, and just tap it down until they sit in there, and it's not going anywhere. So the next bit will be assembling the seat, and then I'll have to line up where I'm going to put the rear one, so then I can use this section with the 2 holes through it, as you can just about see there. Yep. Well, those 2 holes, you'll use them as your template to drill into your seat and repeat the process of what you've just done. Easy. Right, so I've done the seat. I'll show you. So, hang on a sec. So, you can see here, you have to assemble the seat up just loosely, nothing special. So 2 rails, a couple of the bolts. So there we go. Hammer those in, and that. So that gives you that position. Bolt it up. Lay this one in, and I literally just measured the gap down here and the gap down this side to get this roughly in the centre. Then I used the guide on them. Used a 6mm drill, popped it through nice and clean, and then I used first like a little socket, so just over the top like that. Hammered it in just to make sure they're down and nice and snug, and then, sorry, bear with me, then I used an extension just on the top and hammered it down in, which drove the pins straight into the top. Now that's the dorf seat done, so that's ready for when the frame comes back. I can start reassembling the rear end, but this is going to be like the last thing you put on. The seat will be the last thing I put on. I can see I'm actually sweating, look. My R6 rear light can go on this seat now. I'm going to do a few little connections because I actually haven't got quick release connections, so that I can take like the light out quickly or take the stator off quickly. Whoever wired my bike up was an idiot. They made it so much harder for themselves. So I'm going to try and do it properly. I've also got some military spec connectors from work which I'm going to try and use and incorporate into the bike. So that say I have to take the engine off for whatever reason, I could quickly take it off if I had to. So, right, on to the next part of the bike. Hello, it's another day. So today, I've started the strip down of the engine. I know that it seems like I'm jumping all over the place with this bike, but I'm waiting for things to be done. And I'd like it to all come together like in one piece. So, as you can see there, so I've taken off the shrouds, the rest of the mount, plastics, starter motor. You see I'm an untidy worker. CVT cover off. That will be for sale if anybody wants it. It's been machined out so you can still see the clutch. So with this engine, literally it's pretty clean, but you've got to make sure that everything is off. So all the grease, all the dirt and everything. So what I'm going to do is I've got a tin of this stuff, bike degreaser. I use it on like mountain bikes and stuff, like to degrease chains and stuff. It does a pretty good job. I'll probably get some like MEK or something from work that I can just give it a light panel wipe with. So just make sure you get rid of all the grease and grime really. And then I've got some VHT barrel paint, which I'll go over the whole engine with, and it's just going to be black. I've also got a 171cc bore kit, which the lovely Felix gave me. I've also got new clocking flanges, new 30mm OKO carb, which I've got a 115 main jet and a 32 idle. I think that's the right way around. But I'm probably going to have to go up to a 120 jet after speaking with Ryan, Burnout Bobby. So I guess the next thing really is masking it all up. Well, after I've cleaned it. So we'll give it a good clean down first. You don't really want to see that, do you? I didn't think so. So when I start painting it, then I'll show you. Anyway, close out this video. I'm going to start doing some paint strip down on the frame. Probably use sandblasting technique. Now, if you like the video, please give it a like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, all those good things, and I'll see you guys in the next video.